Alright, it's one big Batman marathon. The next 4 reviews are on the first 4 major Batman films from 1989 to 1997. If you don't know who Batman is, then this is gonna get awkward. He made his first appearance in 1939, issue 27 of Detective Comics. He's been adapted to the screen many times over the years, with one of his most famous appearances being the 1966 TV show, which etched the character into pop culture. In terms of film, his big start, despite appearing in 2 serial films in the 40s, was actually released in 1989 under the direction of Tim Burton. The Cape Crusader is played by Michael Keaton, and he fights with a mobster named Jack Napier, played by Jack Nicholson. During battle, Napier was dropped into a toxic barrel and emerges as the Joker, who now has the objective of causing the people of Gotham to die laughing using what's called Smilex. Batman needs to stop this and protect this photojournalist named Vicky Vale, played by Kim Basinger, from the Joker's goons. In the usual Tim Burton style, this version of Batman is more dark than a lot of other adaptations of the character. It's come much closer to the comics, and it truly became the definitive Batman movie. At the time, a lot of people were more familiar with the campy Adam West TV show, so this was like a big 180 from what they were familiar with. There's a lot of night scenes, the only real moments of humor we get come from the Joker, and so much character development is put into the film. You really get to spend the time with the characters and learn of their backstories, especially between Bruce Wayne, who is really Batman, and Jack Napier. We get all the possible combinations. Wayne against Napier, Batman against Napier, Wayne against Joker, and Batman against Joker. It's cleverly handled and tells us a lot about the hero and the villain. The soundtrack is a big part of what makes this film really stand out. It might be nostalgia talking to me, considering that the first time I heard this music was from playing Lego Batman, but once I found out where it came from, man did I love it more. The score by Danny Elfman is amazingly iconic, especially the opening theme, which gave you the chills, as well as excitement for what was coming up. We also get songs by Prince. Okay. We get great action for the time too. Consider films we got now, like the Marvel Cinematic Universe, which had more stunts and effects. Back in the day, we were used to simply seeing a bunch of guys duking it out through hand-to-hand combat. We all know that we could thank James Bond for this, but with superhero movies, Batman is a major starting point in this sort of action we get in films to come. There's Indiana Jones, there's James Bond as I said before, and Batman is yet another defining example of how modern action films started out. It's amazing to see effort put into making the film as dark as it is. This is what Batman was meant to be, dark, edgy, and complex. While the Adam West TV show made the character popular, Tim Burton's first film adapted from the character is what made him the way we see him now. It inspired the start of the DC animated universe with Batman the Animated Series. A sequel to the film was made 3 years later, but then Tim Burton was reduced to producer and replaced by Joel Schumacher for 2 more films. But due to the reception of the later films, the series was soon rebooted, starting with Batman Begins, the first of what's called the Dark Knight trilogy. In short, Tim Burton is what allowed modern superhero films to thrive the way they do today.